All right. Sorry about that long extended break. I just need to do something. I'm just checking everything's okay. Right on time that happened. That's actually good that it happened sooner than later. Um, so before I begin today, what I would like to discuss about what's going to happen is what is this? All right. So what's going to happen today? Sorry for hitting the mic. Is I have to go and update stuff. Um, I moved around a lot of code in a library I was working on. So now I got to go in and fix all those errors to compile correctly in the engine project. Um, that'll be easy because that's just a quick swap of some code. But then I'm going to be prototyping how I might change the config system again, right? The config system wasn't done since I last time used it. Let me test something real quick. Alright, so since the last time I was working on the main engine, and config system for the parser and the executor wasn't done. Right, and the change I want to do isn't a big change. Basically what it is because each command, when I register a command, it takes up a little bit of data, like quite a bit of data actually. So what I would like to do is change a little. First of all, don't have all these commands have their own function pointers. I mean, it's nice, but honestly, I might just have it one function, and I can reserve a range of messages to use to execute the right message. Then I'm gonna work on caching the command aliases. I need to cache the command aliases. I need to update the return structure, make it a little bit more intuitive. This return structure needs to include the ability to not just log information, but give back actually a whole variety of information, like what permutations are and all the other things that I was going to do before. Basically, the difference is before, everything was placed into the config, the variable itself, which was fine, but the issue was that it would take up over 100 bytes. Like, it would take up 130 to 180 bytes depending on how I set it up, right? And it could take up over 200 bytes per command I register. So imagine doing just 100 commands, right? 100 commands at, let's say, 100 bytes a piece. Yeah, that's a little bit. I mean, it's not a whole lot. It's only 18 kilobytes. but I would like to use the same config system for the game, and I think we all know how many commands are needed in games. So I do want to change it. I do want to update it. So again, what I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to be caching the command aliases in the command itself anymore. I'm just going to cache it into an unordered map, and then all the data that would have been stored in like standard vectors and whatnot are now going to be returned during runtime from a singular function, kind of like the window proc function when you're working with 132, but now it's going to be a command proc, so command process, if you will, processor, or whatever you want to call it. And I think that would just be a lot better in terms of memory, and I would be able to call it from anywhere in the code a little easier. And yeah, of course, a command process function will just call out to other functions. So I can call those more directly if I wanted to. But other than that, it should be fine. I'm also going to go ahead and update how I was thinking about caching command lists. So an input such as pressing A on the keyboard or space on the enter on the keyboard, instead of caching a command list, the command list is more going to look like a byte list, right? I store a bunch of bytes, and the bytes, it's more like bytecode. Essentially, this command system is going to be more compiled into bytecode now, is I think of what I'm going to do about it. Bytecode is going to say stuff like, it's going to say things like, you know, just, set arg 0, or just say arg 0 str or something. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is it's going to become a bytecode. So the command list system, the how I parse commands, parsing commands, will turn them into bytecode, and I'll just be executing bytecode, and each bytecode will do something different, right? Simple as that. That'll allow me to do more functionality in the future, and then it's gonna be a lot less data to store, hopefully. And then I'm also going to update the config system to use a command proc function, and then I need to unify all that. It won't be too hard, just moving some stuff around, pretty much. But first and foremost, I need to go ahead and update all the errors in the current situation with how I move, how I just worked on some things and moved things around. So I need to fix up those errors. So yeah, let me go ahead and go into studio mode just to make sure. And I'm wearing a towel, so it is what it is. There we go. Okay. Feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful. Actually, I do need to check something. Okay, I checked something. I like this something. I'm good with this something. Yeah. Alright. Gonna read a DM real quick. Alright. Sorry, I was just reading something. So what to do? Yeah, whatever. Alright. So, first and foremost, I want to open up software.get pre-make. I gotta open up pre-make because I gotta update stuff. So, should probably also go and take a quick look at. Yeah. So, alright. So, I don't know why I have GLM anymore. I don't remember what that was for. Huh. Oh god, that's opening up Visual Console. Oh, that's what that was. I'm gonna remove that. So I'm basically building it into my editor correctly. So I'm gonna remove that. A little less out of there. No, sorry. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. What am I looking for? Password. No. I need those. I need those. I need that. But I also now need a. This one. I need this one because I need to remember that. There we go. Free type. Okay, I deleted that. Don't use that anymore. I don't use that anymore. Links. Don't use that anymore. I have to use all those. That. It's more like up. It. Include. Okay, I made a mistake on this. I'll reorganize these in a second. Debug limbs. These are these limbs. Alright, so let's just go through these real quick. Just make sure I got all these. Free type, array, load PNG, NSDF, Atlas Gen, ESTIP Gen. What's up here? I'm gonna go out and grab those. looks good. Windows. Okay. Links. I want to do it in the vectors, so free type, state string, description, MRL. Go ahead. Config, fluid trim. I'm gonna make sure I can file debugging these first. Let's see. Gen. MRL. Tracy. Yes, but I'm gonna disappear. In config. These. Fluid trim. Alright. All that looks good. Let me just go ahead and build. Let me make sure I'm using the correct preprocessor macros. Making sure I'm not using. I could use UTF-8. I think I might actually use UTF-8 here as a proof that it shows also that it works. Yeah. So I'm gonna do types, and I'm just gonna make sure I compile with it. So I'll do build for release or debug. The reason why I do support both UTF-8 and UTF-16 wide strings is just for clerical usage, I guess I'll say. Like, I prefer UTF-8 as much as I can, but you know, sometimes people like UTF-16, especially when they work with Windows. There's a few operations to do with UTF-16 as well in this API, because there's a couple of times I need to convert it from UTF-8 to UTF-16 if I'm using UTF-8. And it's just avoiding the big hassle is all it is, really. It's just ease of use, and the real-time issues are of no concern at all, so I'm not really too bothered by them. I need to check this really quickly. I'll be right back. Alright. Sorry about that. Just had to answer text message is all. Otherwise everything's all good. That's it. I needed to close this. Open that up, and I was gonna go ahead and actually open this up as well because I wrote the code to use the changes I made in another project already as testing needed to happen. So yeah, it's all good. Import works fine. It uses virtual key codes now correctly. I thought this was my other monitor. Yeah, so it uses virtual key codes now, which basically means even though I save everything as QWERTY, so in my game or engine, if you were to save a setting, visually on the screen it would say the correct key, like whatever the top left key would be Q for QWERTY, but whatever it is for the other button, it would show the correct one on the screen, but when you go to the config files, it will show Q. That's not because it's not going to mess up with keybinds, it's just Q as in the virtual key code Q, which is QWERTY layout, but it's correctly translated and everything. So yeah, I gotta close all of these windows, and then, oh, another thing I gotta do is, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just need to make sure I wasn't gonna do anything weird. UTF-8 strings. That's what I need to add, because otherwise it compiled with UTF-8, but it's not gonna try and use UTF-8. So that would be a huge mistake. Alright. Alright, I'm not even gonna focus on Molten config right now. I'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, I need to fix all these bugs now, which is fine. I'll even go ahead and just close everything, so I can just focus on what needs to be fixed. What needs to be fixed is import manager. And all these windows right here. I want to call it bootloader menu. I want to change it to that soon. So, why was I using GLM? What purpose did GLM serve? I'm pretty sure I removed it, did I? My D key keeps falling out. I'll get that new keyboard working sooner than later. And now, I can just quickly remove all these. Oops, I do need that though. I don't want to mess that up. Yeah. I'll just change it. Honestly, that might just fix it all right up. Except for you. Oh, there's quite a bit of errors. Hold on. These are fine. Ah, Yes. Yo. CSG. CS. Alright. I don't know, those are popping up. Okay. Oh, yes. There we go. All those issues should be fixed for now. Now into this. So it's just gonna go into these files and just place. Comment that out because that'll be changing soon. Place it's not going to be client size. Stop running. I know about those issues. Actually, before I do those implementation files, I will need to make sure I don't forget about this, which is to say I need to do actually this right here. Just set up COM, and then after we're done with everything, we should do recom. That should be good. So that's gonna set everything up. Well, it's gonna make sure everything's set up, not even have an extra space. And I don't think I have that actually. So DPRV2, I'll actually do that. You know what? I feel like this is a job to do inside of this function, actually. Or better yet, it might be a better. No. Setup COM is setup COM needs to be called, and free COM needs to be called at least once per thread. They have an internal counter, and all the tasks run in separate threads. So it is probably actually better if I do it here. So to do setup, I'm trying to do utils, and then it's going to be yeah, that's that. What do I call it? What did I call it? I thought it was. Wait, what? Did I forget that? There's no way I forgot that. Details. Oh, that's right. I was gonna move that over. Okay. So yeah, I'm fine here. Check admin. Check is admin. And check is admin. And then I would do just submit keys. Set auto-ID. Oh, just like that. I don't think I need to do anything else. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Alright, back to this. Alright, I need to open up my other window here. Actually, let me just go make sure things. Oh, that's the other thing. That I can actually put into I can comment all these out as well. Ooh, I gotta do this. Okay, it's probably just a good idea if I just do this one. I'm going to do on it just because it has a task as a feature. Which I don't write a whole lot of descriptions for those, but I should. Replace these with these, and oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. This should be called E. Oh boy, that's an issue. That's sort of an issue. Alright, I will temporarily change this. And then I'm gonna have to open up the other project and fix them. So let me just go ahead and do Bob. Ooh, this one's long. Don't say it. Say it. Alright, so update resize, needs to do git client. And I'm only gonna be coding it tonight, maybe fix up the errors, so at least prototyping and stuff, before I go offline, and I do it while I listen to shows. There's some errors down there, so just do. Do I have a? No. Yeah, I don't. Okay. That's what I do. Okay. None of these. Did all that. No more state equals this crap. these are now not white strings, or in fact, red strings. Now I can go ahead and pull this up. Let's just look through here. Title class name, that's right. Icon specifier equals. I'm gonna do. That's our chart with the length. I guess 32 by 32, but I don't remember, so I want to check that. Why don't I just check it now? What was icon? Oh, icon was that. Resources, this, icon. It was 512, what is it? 256. 256 got 256, so 56, 256. Context to oh my god, there's just yes, I was gonna do this. State that unfortunately, so these things, it's kind of annoying just to grab it from the same thing. Mode, position, should stay one. Says XSY. And go ahead and ignore these because I know what they would be. That's another one I think I messed up. Context this. text. Now we're gonna do title bar. Right. Context menu. Position is equals 32, I guess. Now position set. Not gonna do that one. But this glassware, glassware, to position. I don't know why the other one did not remove that. So we add that in here. That was done. This one was last minute issues. Okay, I forgot a couple things, so let's go ahead and go back into whatever file I was just in, which might be this one. And there should also be another bug in. No, I don't think it would be another bug. Yes, because it's completely connected. Okay. And then the last one is in here, where this is now just a regular string. Let me just check, make sure. No, I got a couple more bugs. Okay. First of all, setup. There's no oh, that's right. That's okay, that's okay. also don't know how I almost got this one. Probably go in these. True. This one. And then this one. Okay, so first of all, I don't remember if I count the scale factor, but I'll assume I do for now. For now. Sorry about this, pops. Just building this now. Alright, those two are done. Okay. Oh, I just saw that. There we go in a second. Oh my. Oh, I got a heart attack for a second because the streamer mode doesn't have the sound. What's about the driver? Yeah. Yeah, I'd roll back that update then. Yeah, yeah, that's worrisome. You should be able to roll back. If you can't roll back through the NVIDIA app, Windows actually stores the previous driver installer for up to 30 days, I think, after you use it. And to know where to do it, you just go to your device manager, just go to your display adapter, which is the GPU, open up the properties, and it's right there. Use of undeclared. CSG. I gotta reopen this application. It's bugging. So what are you working on right now? Yeah, but like, what's your goal right now? Hold on. This is... I'm about to have a freaking stroke. Hold on. Oh my god, dude, this is kind of pissing me off. Hold on. I have the side button on my mouse. Not the side buttons you're used to. It's like a unique part of the Logitech mouse. And by default, it makes it do the Alt-Tab thing. But I rebinded it for Visual Studio to compile my project. But right now, it's ignoring that, and it's just doing Alt-Tab now. So that's weird. Where's my buttons? Dev in, custom, keyboard shortcut, Shift F6. You are pissing on my grade right now. So what do you mean optimize? You talking about the network thing? Just give me a second. I'm having a stroke with this freaking mouse, dude. Is it? What is happening? Dude, okay, I am... Like, it's not the biggest issue in the world, but like... kind of annoying that it's just ignoring. Maybe it thinks I'm on Discord right now. Hold on, let me just click on every application open. Nope. Okay. I don't know what's wrong. Why are you doing this? What is happening? I don't know what's happening. CSGK last. CSGK. Hang on, maybe. What's happening? Oh, okay. I understand why, or not my mouse, but my... Does it not recognize a menu? What does it think I'm in right now? No. No. Don't tell me. No. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay. Here's keyboard shortcut. Don't do this to me. Keyboard. BC, hold on, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. No, it's not here. Oh, it's probably just called shortcut, isn't it? What's... Yeah? Oh. Yeah. That's cool. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold. What other application? Close this. Keep this on the right. This on the left. Maybe click on Opera. Maybe click on the Soundpad and reopen it. I'm so used to doing that button for compiling my project now. I am going out of my way to figure this out. I don't know what's wrong with this. I think it would require a computer restart or something because that's the old Visual Studio. Remove it. I don't want to remove it. Why not? This is so shameful. What is? Here, I need to open up your YouTube. 1 second. Sent me something? Oh. What am I? Oh, sorry. Yep. No. People can scan that. That's fine. No, you can make it smaller. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I could. Oh, you're not streaming it. When you start streaming, I can just check my phone. I just play the same 6 jazz songs on repeat. So ignoring that wacky bug, does it build now? Please at least build so I can go on to the next step. Oh man, see that? Oh, don't show me that. Oh, wait a second. No way. Name to Kiko. Please don't tell me I did Kiko to name as well. Oh, please don't look at this code. No? What? Oh yeah. I just do the separate channels thing, so people can hear the audio, they can hear me. I'm on a separate channel, so I can tune it correctly, and I have the Discord thing muted through the stream. So right now the stream can't hear you, but they can hear my audio. Oh yeah. I like to be schizo. You can do whatever you want. I mean, no one's really judging, really. What is this? World 1 is not. Okay, World 1. D. I'm sorry? Did I get rid of World 1 and World 2? After backtick. I did. Oh, because that doesn't exist in virtual goods. That's right. I forgot I did that. I thought I added it back. I don't know. Alright, anyways. Alright, so that's cool. I know how you feel about that, dude. I know exactly how you feel. I was actually so upset with myself for not opening up and doing stuff in such a long time. That I went on bike rides every single day, and then I started streaming for a week or two straight. I stopped for a bit because I had personal stuff I had to do, but now I'm back to doing it. And actually, what's today? Oh, in about 1 week it'll be, I think, 2 months straight of just biking. Yeah, it's actually really helping my mental mindset. Oh god. Yeah. Test 1 2 3. Bruh. In your files. You know you can bookmark directories and stuff so it appears on the left, right? It's called adding to quick favorites when you right click on a directory. Okay, I'm not really finished with this thing. Please? Right now. There you go, yeah. I have almost every single. Here, just kind of wait. Restream and delete that one. Restore your project? Yeah. That's a bit crunchy. God, I hate Win32 and its freaking replacement standard min. It's so BS. Now I'm going to anywhere where I include Windows. The armor? Oh, hold on. What armor? Oh wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. I also need to see the QR code. Well, I don't have Spotify. I'm just saying the QR code. I don't, it doesn't look like you're streaming. Why don't you do YouTube? Twitch is for gaming. Yeah, that QR code is perfectly visible. I think you can set that option in your Creator Studio. I freaking. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm seeing the armor. It's it looks fine. It's kind of hard to tell because it's I mean, I'm watching on my phone, so. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's. Where am I using bitmap storage? Oh, my brother in Christ, don't tell me. No. Oh. Uh, there you go. What is it? It's no min max or something. Define no min max. I gotta look it up. I actually have. Hmm? I was gonna say I actually use two browsers, and I actually kind of recommend this for you. Find another browser you like. Use your Opera GX for your personal stuff, and then use the other one for if you need to pull something up on stream. And don't go to Google. Do not go to Google. It will pop up on the bottom left of Google. It pops up your city. It's so weird. I don't know why they did that. I have a second browser when I pull something up because like I swear half of every website always asks to log in with your Google account, and so it just shows up all my emails. So I'm just like, yeah, that's not happening. Mhm. Why does it look awful? Can you show it in gaming? It's doing that thing. Give me a second. Yeah, I gotta pay attention to when it does that. My aux cord is going bad. Goes foregoing how to go up and down now. No min max. I was right. If define. This wasn't an issue before. I hate when like it looks one day and all because I changed some things around. Not even changed things out in a significant way. There's one file stayed the same. And now it's having a stroke. I'm just trying to compile. Expected unqualified ID. Oh. Stop doing this to me. No. Oh, with all of it. So, the reason why that is because when you're exporting objects in Blender, by default, it's keeping the transform at which you moved it away from the origin, right? And more specifically, where you modeled it at. So, if your object is in the middle, right, and then you go into edit mode in Blender and you start moving all the vertices away, the object's origin point is still at the middle, but now your vertices are away. When you export from Blender, you can actually, there's an option you can tick to adjust everything correctly. Not correctly, but into a more suitable format, I guess I could say. You just gotta go into Blender and fix it, so you don't have to run into this issue. Basically, the rule of thumb really is try and know where you're placing your origin point in Blender. It helps out so much. Hey, it compiles now. Okay, I just had to throw it up at the beginning of the file for whatever reason. That's all. That's gonna be some hella tech debt once you start adding additional helmets and whatnot. It's just too. Yeah. That's probably the best way to put it. No, it's just too uniform. And again, that vertex shader technique I told you about for all the waving stuff would help a lot with something like that. Yeah, what you do is you could do a thing called a smooth step function where you have a minimum and maximum. Instead of linearly interpolating the points between them, you do a thing called a smooth step where it like begins slow, it goes fast to where you want to clamp it, and then it ends soft, basically. And it should fix it. No, you just have your armor. I don't know how it works in Unreal Engine, but basically you just have the one skeletal armature, right? And then you also in Blender do some vertex weighting on the armor pieces to have them bend correctly. With the body. And then if you can apply the same one armature to both and apply the animations to just the one armature, since the meshes are just reacting to what the armature is doing, it should just work itself out. It shouldn't have an issue once you do some vertex weighting. Yep. So click the object, hit F3, and then type in just type in origin, and let me look at what's there. I forget what it's called. Yeah, I think this stream might be hella delayed. Origin. There should be something like here, going to actually it might origin to geometry, try that. It might mean geometry like in all the vertices, and it might take the average of them. Okay, so select the bone you want to attach it to. Can you just stream it to are you streaming on Discord? Oh. Yeah, there's like a 15 to 18-second delay for me. Yeah. Oh, true. Alright. Yeah, hit part. No, so we're gonna be doing it in Blender. Okay. Yeah. The origin point is way off. You want it to be exactly on where the bone originates from, right? Yeah, so just, no. What you do is you, select the armature. You have to select on the icon. There you go. Now, hover over the viewport and just hit tab. Here, hold on. Let's see. Maybe you just, are you able to... Oh, you have it hidden. You have the armature hidden on the top right. The little eye icon next to the, boot object. There you go. Now just right click anywhere on the armature in the 3D space, or left click, whatever is your selection. Hit tab for edit. Select the armature you want to attach it to. No, you can just select it in the viewport. It's the purple one. It's the purple one. Okay, maybe it's not the purple one. It doesn't matter. Both of those weird bones originate from the same one. All right, hit shift. No, select the top one. Hit shift S and go down. Yep, cursor to selectors on the bottom. There you go. Now get out of edit mode by hitting tab. Whoa, that's weird. Why it should be putting it at the head. Hold on. Hit shift S again. Wow, that is weird. Cursor to active, maybe. There you go. Alright, now hit tab. Click on the armor piece you want to fix. Hit F3, and then do origin to 3D cursor. There you go. Oh, you have your stuff mirrored, so you can't have the 3D point, unfortunately, on the singular bone. So just hit Control Z. So unfortunately, you actually have to have that 3D cursor in the middle. I don't know if there's... No, don't do that. Let's see here. Can you go back to edit mode on the armature? Maybe there's a hip bone right there you could do. I don't know if there's... I wonder... You know, this is actually a great point for me to research. That's actually what I was about to look up. Blender how to move 3D cursor, because there has to be a way to just move the 3D cursor without selecting it. So you're going to do, oh, it's in the sidebar, just on the top right, go to view, 3D cursor right there, and you change its location. So go to X, yeah, and hit 0. There you go. And now just do that same command, hit F3. It should be on the, it's F3 to search. It should be at the top now because it's the most recent. And there you go. It's all fixed. No, it's not attached to the bone. It's just the origin point. So you're gonna need to fix it in Unreal Engine really quick. But if all the origin points for your armors, your hip armors, the thigh armors, are the same point, you never have to adjust any per armor basis, unless you do something really quirky. I will be right back though. I need to go to the bathroom. Alright, so I'm back. What's not updating? Okay. Yeah. Just be aware. I know your armor is no face culling. But when you do regular rendering, you know how, as you know, one side of the face gets cold, right? Because so you don't render both sides of the faces. Scaling something by -1, since everything is scaled inversely, you're basically changing the rounding order. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For your armor, I know you have no culling. That's what I said. You have no culling, so it's perfectly fine. But with other models, you don't want to scale by -1 unless you create two pipelines of the same shader, one with front face culling and the other with back face culling, and then you use them appropriately. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Smoothing? No, normals only. Okay, lost iPad.fbx. Okay. Yes. Okay. Whoa. You watch. You know what? It's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be that Unreal Engine. Whenever you're using a per model basis, whenever you're instancing it, it creates a new origin point, and so you need to like adjust it for every single thing. So I'm gonna look that up really quickly. Engine or render changing origin point, not updating. Um, wait. When you imported the FBX, did it give you a prompt with some options and whatnot? Okay. Show me those options. I want to see what they say. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me check something. Let me check something. Um, give me 1 second. Wait, can you go into Blender? I just want to check something. And on the top right, that panel, those panels. Can you click on the first tab? Yeah. Okay, so hit F3, and I forget if you need to do this, but it's something that I remember I had to do. Was you had to do apply all transformations. Apply transformation. Hold on, can I full screen this screen? No. Okay, it's good. So now try and export, and then I'm gonna just go through and read all the options, just making sure they're correct. Selected objects. You can actually use Control and mouse wheel to zoom in, or Control plus, I think it is. Or not. Okay, your bindings are defective. Selected objects, yada yada yada. Go to geometry. Actually, hold on. Oh, there's actually a toggle there that does say apply transformation. Toggle that in transform. The transform category is the last option. There you go. We're just gonna do that just to make sure that it's gone through. And now let's see. Yeah. Yep. They should. It's weird. It looks like it's keeping like an old version of the model. No. It that shouldn't matter. But it looks like it's somehow keeping. Can you right click on the mesh in Unreal and hit like re-import or something? Oh. Okay. This is so weird. Changing the origin point in Blender doesn't change. Wait a second. I have a feeling I know what's happening. Just still try it, of course. Is it the model? Has the model changed? Yes. Alright, I think I know what's happening. I think what's happening is it's ignoring the origin point of the object and it's applying with the it's not like it should be like moving it down from the origin point down to 000 and when it's reading it. So you need to go into Blender. There's an option when exporting. What's happening when you do applied transform is it's actually moving the origin point to the middle. So toggle that off and then go to oh dude, I gotta open up my Blender and read the options here. It's just a little harder reading. Yeah. There's an option in Blender like to change the size dynamically, but I don't. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Let's see. there's an option that basically, when it's exporting the models, it exports them as if they were moved to 000. And I don't remember what it's called. It is called... Yeah. Wait. Oh, it might be the, you might need to turn off use space transform. You might need to turn off use space transform. The description is apply global space transform to the object rotations. What is apply unit? Take into account, oh, no. When disabled, only the axis space is written to the file and all object transformations are left as is. Maybe? There used to be an option. Yeah, turn that off. Yeah, under. Did it work? Ah, wait. No, that's not working. Because the model should be at the where the pivot point is, basically, right? Because we want to think of the pivot point as the origin. So that's not it. It did move it, but it's not doing what we want. So just re-enable that next time you export. I gotta figure out what is it. Where is it at? Oh, no. Just all local. Where is it? Some people just go clear the location, but that's kind of a stupid fix. Yeah. No, it's... Huh? Yeah, try re-importing it. When you do re-import it, let me read the options. There might be something in the options. Okay. Because it's basically what it's doing when it's running the Blender file or the FBX file. It's basically looking at the object and ignoring its origin, and it's just storing the model as if the origin was at the center instead of moving the object to the center and then using it. Honestly, what developers sometimes do is they actually just have all their models at the center anyways when they're modeling them. And then they just export from there. But there has to be a way. Oh, wait, let me read these options. Oh, I can't read these. Oh, transforms. Maybe something in transform. Okay. Yeah, it's reading it. It's reading it incorrectly. There has to be a way to either export it and have the exporting fix it, or when you're importing it, have that fix it. But I don't want to have you to just reset all the positions to 000. It's not easy. It's just hitting Alt G before you export. Um, it's not that hard, but it would be nice if there's an option for that. And I thought there was, but I guess I don't know. I want to see if there's a flag there, but I don't know. I'm gonna try and export in different formats really quick. Universal scene description. Maybe because this is apparently becoming more popular. I'm not a huge fan of it, but whatever. Um, yeah. Yeah, so what what people are saying online is you just select your object, hit Alt G, which if you don't know, G is translation as you know, but Alt is telling it to reset. So Alt G is resetting the transform. Right, it puts it at the center. It puts the origin point at now the center. So both the origin point, the origin point is now at 000, and then when you export, Unreal Engine's just gonna read 000, and it's gonna be fine. And then you undo after exporting. Yeah, and then it should be good. It would just be a nice way of Unreal Engine actually read the file correctly, or unless it's Blender's fault. Update the cursor. Shift S, and then there's a cursor to. Yep. You can also have options on the top and stuff, by the way, where you can change your transform orientations and how your 3D cursor gets placed when you left click and whatnot. It's all that stuff. That's yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. There's very much I can help you with when it comes to Unreal Engine. Or I meant very little is what I meant. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That just works. Oop. Yeah, now you won't have any jank when you make more armor. All you just gotta do is make sure their rotations are correct. Did you fix the change you made to the mesh, by the way? When you're testing? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I had a quick Wi-Fi outage there. Yep. Another thing Yeah, once you get to polishing. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool. I don't know. I like the original game mode. I don't know. Regicide is the cat and mouse thing, right? Oh. Which one was Regicide? Uh-huh. Oh. Mhm. Nice. Mhm. 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 You could do a 3-point base triangle. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, less. Yeah. D8 and D12 would work. Fine. Yeah. Huge. Hmm. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge third person guy though. Just add it as an option when you set up a thing. Yeah. Yep. 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 Just set everything to zeros. CSM, CFG, and Git permutations. I'm currently prototyping this. The order of operations. So first of all, the order of operations is you need to set the origin point to the thing you want it to be. So you select the bone, and then you can set the 3D cursor to active, not to selected, to active. No, I know. No, what happens is you're changing the origin point, so when you hit Alt G to reset the location to 000, it's moving the model. It's moving the model based on its origin point to 000. That's why you have to set the origin point somewhere still. Yeah, you select the bone, set the 3D cursor to active, and then you set origin to 3D cursor, and then you can reset the positions. Look, I'm hit tab. You can see him. I don't know if you know this, but almost every single Blender is built on honestly one of the most impressive UI systems in the world. Everything runs through a DNA matrix. So every action, every button, everything on the screen, you can right click on that button and hit add to quick favorites. I don't know what the default keybind is to show the quick favorites menu, which is another context menu, but I set mine to Q. So whenever I hit Q, I can quickly access all my favorite ones I use. And these quick favorites are based on the mode you're using. So edit mode and object mode, which show two different quick favorite menus. Shift S. Shift S is saying, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yep. And there you go. Hit tab. There you go. F3 for search. It should be one of those. Yep. And then F3, and then Alt G. And that's at the bottom. And then you can export that. Now, how would this look like? CFG. So. Yes. Just the Alt G part, but yes. If you make sure you stay on top of making sure you know where your origin point is before you start modeling a piece, you won't ever have to deal with that. And objects always spawn in at where your 3D cursor is. So if your 3D cursor is in the one spot, you can go make your next 10 pieces of armor for that same slot and not have to adjust it at all. That's one way to put it. That should be a quick fix though. If you have any reset rotation as well, it's of course all R. And if you have any reset scale, it's all S. Just like. Rotations. I'm just gonna call this game through. Oh, what? What? Oh, I know how to fix this. Here you go. Watch this. Select your mesh. Go out of edit mode and select your mesh. Actually, you what you did was in pose mode. So actually select your armature. We can bypass this with the armature again. The armature. There you go. Go to the top left where you see object. The word object should be in the toolbar. There you go. That's how you. Sorry, no, I can't see because of the thing in the way with the text. There you go. The third one, pose mode. Yeah. And now go select your thing, and you should be able to do the set 3D cursor to. No, it's fine. No, go back to pose mode. You can select your the bone is just hidden inside your arm because you're posing with the bones. So just select the bone where the bone would be. You can hit just go back in the 3D viewport. Hold Z and go left. There you go. Now, oh dude, I hate Unreal Engine's armatures. Okay. Oh, that's gonna give me an aneurysm. Jeez, dude, that's a little annoying. Go on the bottom right where it shows the bone icon in the properties. Dog, I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a hard time figuring out how the Unreal Engine armature works. Yeah, that's why the shoulder was off, is because it was posed differently. We gotta figure out how to select the bone in that position. I think you just have to do maybe you're able to select the bone in the hierarchy while in pose mode, and then try to shift the S thing even though it might not show up in there. Yeah, while in pose mode. Dog, I'm good. This is why I do everything from scratch. I don't know. I don't know if I can help you with the Unreal Engine armature. I don't know if I can help you there. I was gonna say Actually, let's try one thing. Let's just try one thing. Go into edit mode while on the armature. You're on the armature already. You don't have to worry. And then go into one of the bottom right tabs in the property panel. Maybe the constraint one, which is the first blue one. Maybe not the constraint. Maybe go up one tab. Go up one more. No. Where do I look up Blender pose mode bones turn visible? Wait. Okay, this is gonna be a temporary thing. But going to are you in going to pose mode? Oh, you are in pose mode, aren't you? No, you're in edit mode. Go to pose mode. Hit Alt at H. This is gonna unhide all bones. I think you hid all the bone. There you go. You hid all the bones before, so you could animate a little easier. You're gonna have to just test really quickly. Can you hit Control Z to hide them again? Wait. Okay, you can. No, that's fine. Hit Alt H again to unhide. I want to test something. Select the bone you wanted to select now. And then do the Shift S thing. Active. And then hit Control Z until those bones hide again. Does the 3D cursor have an undo history is my question. No, it does not. It stays. That's awesome. That helps so much. Alright, you're good. That's just what you need to do each time now. Dude, that's Unreal Engine for you. Executes. Yeah. Alt G. CS, MCDH. I was just completely ignoring that. Weird. What, man? What, man? Relatable. correctly executes commands from a path. Bruh. Correctly executes commands from a list of correctly executes. SMCG and execute. Yeah, all H's to unhide, H's to hide. You're doing the memorization.
Okay, but buckaroo. Uh, Me when I die. Bam, 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 bam. Emalaminado. That should be it. This should actually be much better than this system already. Because this allows me to actually dynamically manipulate the data during runtime. That's actually kind of cool. Fallen with style. And from one, and then this would be case. Say some such. Info two. should call this get value. This one just get value. Yeah, that might be better. What? What? Disabling all animations in viewport. Just no answers. You post to r/Unreal Engine and you get redirected to another forum website. Bro. That's... yeah, that's been happening to me too. Yeah. It's weird. Ooh. I think I like this. Oh my gosh. Indubitably. It's cold in my room. I don't know what you just said. That was the word. I have no idea. Well, here's a Batwoman Sherman. Yeah, Shiza. Or of course the age-old Russian Suka Bliet. I think I like the conflict system. Or either way that you are. What? So, system, oh, output combat. That's right, that's what it was. Yeah, so I actually need to do classic. Why? If you want to know there's a memory leak, just look at your task manager. No, if it gets bigger over time without doing anything, then that's not good. Like, obviously, it's gonna get bigger when you do operations, and those operations need to stick around. But, like, if you just move something, if you move something 1,000 times, right, and you didn't do anything else, you just moved something 1,000 times, you know, you shouldn't increase the memory a whole lot. But if you increase the memory a lot, that means it's a memory leak. This is sus. That's Omega sus. Say. guess I could just. So maybe it wasn't freezing, maybe it was just. Oh, no, it's free. Oh. Yeah, he got blipped. Yeah, you know, from Marvel. Yes, absolutely. Totally. Yeah. They're fine, they're fine. Or you need to adjust them manually. Is it just the rotations? Well, there is a way to get the 3D cursor to also adapt to the rotation of what you selected, and you can also have things move to, or you can set the origin, but you can have it. You can tell it to rotate to the 3D cursor, of course. I just feel so tired for some reason. You can stop, dude. That'll totally work out for you. I will never do promo skins like that. Nope, never. It ruins the integrity of the game, and it ruins reputation as well. Nope, nope. The only collabs I will ever do are collabs with friends, but only if they make sense, right? I'm not gonna have him. I'm not gonna throw my friend's making a derby game. I won't just throw his car into my game just because I want to do a collab. Like that just doesn't make sense in my game to have a derby car that can't exist in my game, right? So the collab I'm gonna be doing with my friend is I'm probably gonna give him some models that he can work with because he's kind of fun. I think he's kind of fun with doing collab work. But for me, it's just gonna be he's just gonna help me out with some things in return. So I'm gonna give him assets and like so there's like a crossover there in his game. But then for me, I'm just gonna say, nah, just help me out with a couple things and we'll call it even, and that's it. I don't. I'll just give you some stuff and then you help me out on some things and that's it. Oops, all broken. Because oops, all broken. I did the thing. That is calf. Not calf.
Not calf calf. But capsaicin. That going. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. The only issue I see is if I bake it. No, it's been called initially. No, because it gets baked. I can't. It'll get baked. It gets the info. But then it doesn't work like that. Oh my god, hold on. I'm doing some thinking and I thonk correctly. Yeah, I'm big brain right now. A what pad? You could just... I have a specific word in my game. I don't remember what I call it. I call it... I don't call it any sort of pad, I don't think. I think I call it a something strap. Because that's more what it is, honestly. I mean, it still kind of is the other thing, but... yeah. Bruh. I don't want to freaking create a new file. Stupid. Customization. I call it a greave strap. Is what I call it. Yeah, greave straps. I'll send you a picture. Yeah. This is. Yeah. Let's see. This is an image of a medieval Viking Lord greave strap. Greave straps are a real thing. This is what I'm calling a certain, like, you can customize every single piece. Like, there's gonna be a total of 26 slots of which you can interchange and whatnot. But one of them is gonna be called a greave strap, which is based on a real life thing called the greave straps. So there you go. That's what that is. The thing I'm trying to figure out right now is when the command list is baked, it gets baked into bytecode, but when it's called to be executed, the information the command could have changed at runtime, could have returned something else, which is an interesting concept first of all. But despite that, very, very interesting concept of being able to change commands on runtime with this changing system. But how do I know to tell it that it's not in the latest thing? I guess what I can do, you know what I can do? I can just compare them. Oh, wait a second. Telescope. Can't I just compare two arbitrary lengths of bytes and just, if they differ, I just know that they're different? That's a thing, right? I can do a byte compare. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I mean, it obviously is a thing, but like, how efficiently is it? There has to be like a super, like maybe like a let's see. And like a low level language, like, oh, I bet you there's a thing called MEMCMP. I bet you there's a thing. Yep, mem compare. Yep. Take a left hand side, right hand side, and count, and reinterprets the objects pointed by left hand side, right hand side as arrays of unsigned chart. Compare the first count bytes of these arrays. The comparison is done in a lexicograph. I need to have a freaking thing read this. What? Where's the dictionary when I need it? Dictionary.com. Lexicographically.
Lexicographically. Or
yeah,
lexicographically.
Lexicographically. Blah, 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 blah. The sign of the result is the sign of the difference between the values of the first pair of bytes, both interpreted as unsigned chart. So I just have to check if it's equal to 0, because that gives me the difference. So if it's equal to 0, then it's true. So I can just do so if, let's say it was the second one. Let's say if info dot arg I say args dot args dot bytes, should I call them, not data, args dot format, there we go, dot format. Okay, so we do str, or no, sorry, MEMCMP. I'm gonna do this, because this gets me the format. The format might be a standard vector, so I might have to do data, and then I would just have to do my own vector of CSMCFG PT, and then dot data, in which this will be a CSMCFG PT string. Obviously I'll make a much easier way to do this. If this is, of course, info.args.format.size 0 to 0. Execute this one. It would be nice if there was like a function called like, I'm gonna actually comment this out here. If it was called like molten CFG compare formats, and then I did info.args.format, and then I did CFG PT string, and there we go. Compare format. Yeah, that would work. That might work pretty well. And then of course, config execute function perm1. I hate these naming conventions, but I'm gonna stick with them for now. I'm not even like writing code that I'm literally gonna be compiling right now, I'm just literally writing into a random file. I mean, save the file. I'm just writing into a random file, just making sure that what I write is correct. Oh, and then this one would just be a string. It would be a standard string. Resist. Resist, my dude. That'll work. Bro, you gotta not, dude. Yeah. Homie G, you got stop. You got issues, dude. Stop. No, don't, no. Something like read string, and bool is absolute equals info.args dot optional args. ABS. Well, make some food, but like, God damn. Okay. Thought you were about to say something else. Like, for real, on God right now? Most if molten sear. I'm legit writing like, I've written like almost 60 lines of code, and this isn't even a file I've saved yet, and I'm not even going to use this file. This is just for testing, or just concepting code. Compare formats. Info.args.format against CS MCFG PT command list, and then this would be auto command list equals info.args.strict args.read command list 0, and command list dot execute. You are cutting in and out, homie G. Brother in Christ. just need like, I gotta call it like a, not command info, like pause. You're gonna do the toes? It's crazy. Pause. Wait a minute. Actually, wait a minute. Who are you? Actually, I'm gonna do molten CFG result, and then I'll just do info.command, info.message, and this would, yeah. Yeah, so you can actually have your 3D cursor adapt to the rotation of whatever your object is. I think it actually does it by default, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then when you do the set origin to 3D cursor, I don't remember if it's the same variable. Maybe the 3D cursor just doesn't rotate when you... Cursor to active just translates it. So you also need to do the rotation, so hit Shift S again. And actually hit escape really quick. And then do just do F3 and type in 3D cursor rotation, or just type in rotation maybe. Look for anything that says 3D cursor. No, I want to do that. That's not me. Wait. I can't read the gray text. You pay attention to the gray text before, because that's implying what it's, how it's, where it's happening. I gotta look this up. I don't remember how you do it again. Blender, rotate 3D cursor, from object, 3D cursor rotations, align option. No, that's not what I want. Automatically adopt the orientation when snapped. It has been dragged a little in the viewport to take up the orientation before snapping. You can always align an object to a transform orientation by using the header menu. Object align to transform orientation. You can create a shortcut for that too. Align 3D cursor. I'm not sure. Would I've again, I don't use Unreal Engine, but what my setup would have looked like is I would have always been modeling the armor and everything around a T-pose guy or an A-pose guy, and then in Engine he would still be an A-pose or T-pose, and I would be, you know, correct, seeing where it gets placed, and then the animation starts. It wouldn't be like, you know, so. I guess it helps, yeah. Of course, you can always do the manual rotations in Blender as well. Wow, I'm so cool. I meant to do CS, MCFG, log type, error. If it doesn't succeed, I can do fail to execute. And then voila. Or I just do CS, MCFG, default errors, command list, fail to execute, command list. Tech debt from an earlier time. Aggressive hash. What? Sure. Yeah. Sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. What's up? Yeah. That's Euler angles for you. It's an unfortunate side effect of using a 3-component rotation system. You could switch it to quaternions, but I'm sure you're not going to understand it. It's Euler angles for you, bud. It's an unfortunate side effect of trying to rotate something weirdly. Yeah, dude. You should just... So, I don't know if you know this, but old games had most of their constant variables, variables that never changed throughout their scripts, variables that kind of dictated or helped developers test things. For example, if they needed to disable animations, they would probably set a constant variable, which was a boolean, to false, right? To not play any animations in the scene, right? But they would make all these constant variables get registered into the terminal. So they would just type in cvar and then the variable that they want to name it, and that's it. They don't need to do anything else. And it was pretty genius for back then. Now we need more handling with it, but but if you had the if you initially started with writing your own cvar system, your own config system, you would have basically had the ability for users to just go into the config system while they're playing the game and just mess with everything. Like turn off all animations, turn off all lighting, tick on full bright, show wireframe, all that stuff. Of course, you would disable some of the features in matchmaking, like you can't use some of the toggles, but you know, they're called CVARs, they're pretty fun. Yep. Yeah. Beautiful. Classic. Auto. Now, wait until you find out that I listen to the same song on repeat all day long. My brother in Christ, I have a MP3 file that's just the first 20 seconds of a song, and I listen to that on repeat for multiple hours straight. So, do with that information what you will. Oh, amazing song right there. Beautiful. I still listen to that one. It's literally me. It's beautiful. What are you talking about? No, it does not exist. CFG result. Yes. Info dot and info dot message CSMCFG LT error. Could not find file specified. Return CFG result. Info.command, info.message. Huh. If absolute path, then path, else concatenate paths. This is actually a pretty good system. Too bad I have to rewrite everything. You good there?
strong. It's strong.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes I don't understand your mom. Womp womp. Process. What, fixing all those issues? The biggest critique I have about what you're doing is that you're still going in and you're changing the origins and the, well, not the origins, the transformations and the all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is the, I guess you can just say it's a side effect of making it so your objects are attached to bones, right? Right. What I'm gonna be doing is not that. I'm not gonna be doing it that way. It just doesn't flow right with me, I guess I'll say. Basically what I'm gonna be trying to do is instead of having the parts attached to where the bones are, instead every single part in the game is gonna share the same origin point. All of them are sharing the same origin point. But what's happening is I'm gonna go into them and do a vertex weight, and I'm gonna paint them, and that way the one armature controls everything, and none of them are moving the parts. All the parts origins are at the same root position as the root bone, all of them. But the vertex weight paint of how much a bone affects a certain area on a part is what makes the part actually move around. And that's how I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it that way, not like for armor pieces like that, it is actually technically better to do them attached to bones because there's less GPU transfer, or there's just less operations in general, is I guess what I should say. But the reason why I'm gonna do it the way I'm doing it is because most of the parts on the body actually move. Actually are like skinned. So the only parts that aren't skinned are like the shoulder pads or the knee pads, but everything else is skinned. Everything else moves with the bones, needs to move across multiple bones. So I'm just gonna have every single armor piece, no matter what it is, all have the same origin point, and I'm just gonna vertex weight them so that they get manipulated by the bones correctly. That's how I'm gonna do it. Will this make doing certain calculations a little bit harder? Maybe, but honestly, probably not. But overall, it should be fine. It should be fine. Speaking of which, I actually should probably start modeling. I should probably start modeling at least some of my character, at least a low poly version soon, as a prototype, or at least the Neophyte armor. I'm gonna save this test file just so it doesn't get deleted. I'm gonna call it a test, and let's go to MCF. This is how I'm gonna do my config system. Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? Alright, all these except for that one are all being deleted now. All of them. Now I'm basically gonna start fresh. Except I will keep, I'm just gonna comment these out because I might return to these sometime. Starting fresh once again on the Molten CFG, but this time I know what I'm doing. I mean, the last time it was actually perfectly fine. The only issue with it is it takes up a lot of memory over time. And I mean a lot of memory, like could take up over 200 bytes per command register. And then you got baked commands, you got command lists, and those command lists can also take up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bytes stored as an input for absolutely no reason. And that, so I'm gonna do bytecode instead, and bytecode might make things a little faster as well. I gotta figure out the format I want to use. Oh my gosh. Boom, 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 boom. Ugh. Okay. I know what I want. Yeah. Yep. Ooh. What if I also did oh, freaking eyes are doing some wacky crap. You cut out what? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. into the characters thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say? Yeah. Just again, it's just stuff like TAA, Lumen, Nanite. You just look into that and see what you want, and just disable what you don't want, and then still optimize your meshes. You don't have to have them hyper optimized, but you can still optimize them. And honestly, it's better to hyper optimize your fragment shader than it does to hyper optimize your vertex count. How do I do this? No, I'm not listening to that. I have my music on the stream. You need very addictive macros, macro overloading, a way to count on. I know VARs. Yeah. No, I don't. Okay, hold up. This is what. Okay, so if this was possible, what would it look like? Yeah. Ah, gotcha. I'll just keep it like this. That's funny. Huh. Mhm. fast here too. Boom. You cut out what? It's not gonna be able to run on anything that it won't be able to run on like 1050s and 1080s and maybe even 20 series. It won't. It's using latest Unreal Engine. It's not using. Nope. No, it won't. UE5 does. No, it doesn't, because UE, if they're gonna be, if they're just going the typical UE5 route where they don't really care, because look at them, they're all woke. Like, they don't care about hyper optimization because they're all too focused on the artwork of the game and not the actual technical parts of the game, as it seems like by looking at them, is what I mean. But if they just do stuff like, oh yeah, here's Nanite, and we're just gonna use Nanite. Nanite can't work on Xbox One. Nanite uses meshlets. Meshlets require mesh shaders. Mesh shaders are only on 20 series GPUs and up. When you see games that say they require at least a ray tracing compatible card, some of the time it's not because they're actually doing ray tracing. It's just because when ray tracing cards came out, they came out with other features behind the hood as well, such as mesh shaders and BVH generation on the GPU. All this stuff came out with ray tracing cards, and that's why some games that say ray tracing required, even though there's an option to turn off ray tracing, is because they might be using these other features. But they don't say meshlet required. They don't say mesh shader required card anymore, because non-technical people don't understand what that means, right? People would look at that and go, "Oh, I can run my GPU renders meshes. It should be fine." But that's not what that is. It's not exactly what that is. Like the new Doom game, I think the new Doom game actually does require, because I think they do use ray tracing. Yeah, they do use ray tracing for the environment, but I'm pretty sure they also use meshlets. Comes out this Thursday. I'm gonna be playing it. Nice. Ooh. Did you buy it on Steam or something? No. Well, I mean, if you're gonna get it day one, why not pre-order it so you get just a cool skin? Right. People can already start playing it if they get the deluxe edition, but I'm not spending that amount of money on that, dude. There's just no way. Yeah. Yeah, no. You guys promised the same thing with Eternal, and Part 1 was kind of stupid. Part 1 DLC. Yeah, but Part 1 was... Okay, I never really got through Part 1 and Part 2 that much. I only played them a little bit. They're not bad, it's just the main criticism is... they waited too long to release the first DLC, and what happened was all the casual players left, and all the fans stayed, and they kept grinding out their skills to where they got super good. So now the first mission felt super easy for them, and they complained that it was too easy. But they wanted it to make it hard so that these people could have a challenge. But now people who are coming back who didn't play Eternal in a long time, they entered DLC 1, and it was too hard now for them because they haven't played in a while. So it was too easy for the dedicated fans who stayed with them, and it's too hard for the casuals who left after playing the base game. Right? It was just bad timing, really. And also, I think the boss things were pretty stupid, but other than that, why can't I include that? Why are you saying has no string expected in expression? What are you talking about? Include string. Oh my god. Why? What do you... Is this on a stroke? I hate when freaking Visual Studio does this. What are you stroking out about? Huh? Scarf, yeah. Bro's gonna have spelling mistakes all over his freaking projects, dude. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't be something to you. You should really work on that, dude. Really, really? I don't know, man. You still proofread stuff and you miss tons of crap. I don't know, but... In Spanish? Not really. Yeah, but you lived your entire life in this. Like, major issues. You're getting in and out. From Kurt, he says, GCMDR, what the... Oh. Bro, what? Wait. Man, I don't know why I wrote so many stuff and it hurts my brain. I'm just gonna comment some of these things. Oh wait, no, I do need the other thing. I need to undo until I can grab it, and then I can grab this, and then I can go. Here we go. Oh yeah, now I gotta include variants. Just for this one node case. Chance. So, I mean, that's easy, but... So cool. forget how to get that. I'm so tired. Proc. No, I should probably do it actually. One of these should be a result. Whack and whack. Yeah, it just says concept. No. Yeah. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming, guys. See ya.